but who in our hearts? MJT Reviews.
North Macedonia.
Yeah. Hi, welcome to MJT Reviews. Welcome back. I'm here with Elysse Turner, queen of the conspiracy theories and composer, musicologist.
See, that's the introduction I need to not ask you how you are.
I think you got to add that to your resume now. Conspiracy theorist.
I don't know. Like, I'm not getting many job applications back positively as it is, and that's without conspiracy theorist on it. I don't know if I really want to go down that path. But if anyone knows anyone hiring a graphic designer or musicologist, let me know in the comments. I don't think anyone's actually going to hit me up, and I don't know if I'd be scared or not if they did. Anyway. Plot twist, it's just a job board. We aren't actually talking about Eurovision, we're just connecting graphic designers and musicologists.
Clickbait. We got ya. So, no, we are actually, all jokes aside, we are here to talk about North Macedonia. North Macedonia has had a name change. They were always known in Eurovision as the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia. And
that's a terrible name. That's a mouthful. I'm glad they changed the name.
Yeah, well, now they're North Macedonia. So the song is Proud by Tamara. Also,
Can I ask a stupid question before we go into analysis? Why is it North Macedonia and not just Macedonia?
So I probably won't add this in the video.
I thought Eurovision was allowed to be political. See, I'm learning things. You're telling me it's all political? That's all right. So yeah, musical analysis of Proud by Tamara. So we have a female singer and one language, which is English, and our vocal range is C2 to E flat 5. And that's a really low vocal range for a female. And for a female going that low, E flat 5 is really high. So that's a massive range. We're just going to steal her voice in the middle of the night, Mitch. Does that sound like a good plan? Where conspiracy theories, heists, jump boards, and analysis.
We're basically
reviews.
Oh, I took it around.
Oh, yes. Yes. So yeah, she's got quite an octave range, as you'll see by the wonderful infographic below, which I had prepared later. We have a key change in this song as well. And it's a subtle key change. I didn't notice, and I was listening to this one in advance. But we're going... Sorry?
Second key change so far.
Is it?
Yeah.
Iceland had a key change, and you are right. So far, it is our second key change. We have a couple of, a relative one, but not an actual key change. So that's pretty exciting. But it is, of course, a little less dramatic than Iceland's key change. You could tell that was coming from a mile away. This one, very subtle in execution. and I'll get into where it is a bit later, but we're in F harmonic minor to start, and then we move on to G harmonic minor, which is a slightly different scale to a normal natural minor. It's a slightly different scale. Similar to Netherlands, we have 2 time signatures, also 4/4 and 2/4 combo, but not in such a predictable way like Netherlands. It's every now and then she throws in a half bar, which is a 2/4 bar, for dramatic effect, I think it was. So that was interesting. And then we're at 92 beats per minute, which is moderato speed. Yeah. So that's kind of cool. We have 6 chords. Yeah, 6 chords in this piece, starting with a minor first, which is F sharp minor. I'm only going over the chords for F harmonic minor, by the way, because the chords translate into the next one. So it's 1, 3 augmented, 4, 5 major, 5 minor, and then 5 minor 7. But I'll play them for you as well. But those numbers translate, and you just transpose the key, and so the chords go with it. So in F harmonic minor, we have an F minor for our first chord. We have A flat major, which is an augmented, I'm pretty sure, for our third chord. We have B flat minor for our fourth chord. That's major, sorry. We have C major for our fifth chord. And then we've got a couple of like odd chords in there as well. So our C minor, which is, and our C minor 7, which plays a pretty big role in the song as well, which is, sorry, C minor 7. So that just that really nice like ending note, and because it played such a big role in the song, normally I would highlight the ones with the 7th note included in the chord, but because it played such a big role, I was like, well, no, it's part of that song. That is like pivotal to how the piece is played. Our instrumentation is pretty simple. We have vocals, we have piano, we have strings or violin, or a bit of both. It starts out a bit solo and then it builds up with more of them, so that's cool. And then we've got some female background vocals. And that's it for our instruments. And then our structure, we have an intro for 2 bars. We have verse 1 for 8 bars, verse 2 for 8 bars, and a chorus for 16. Then at the interlude, we get the key change. So it shifts up 1 key there. And so it's really subtle. And I'm pretty sure you had like a half bar at the start of that. So it's not super obvious that you're moving into a new thing. So our interlude is 7 bars. Then we have verse 3 at 8, but the last bar is a half bar. And then our chorus is 16, and partway like through it, like 3/4 of the way through it, we have our half bar in there, thrown in there, and then our outro is 1 bar. So the half bars are not predictable, they're a bit random, and it's very much to do with the feel of the melody, because the melody is 100% driving this piece. You got some really complex piano parts going on in this song, but the piano is not the key of this piece, it is the vocals. It's very much a ballad style song. Any questions before I continue? I feel like a teacher.
No, it's good.
Cool. So I was listening, the first time I heard this song, I was at work doing night fill, and it reminded me of like a song from a musical. I did double check my playlist to make sure I hadn't changed into suggested songs from musicals, because that is a frequently listened playlist of mine as well. So it had that very musical sort of vibe, very ballad-esque, and that piano, oh my goodness. I want the sheet music for this. I actually tried to see if there was sheet music for this because the piano was so cool. There was not. There was guitar chords in a different key, and I was not happy and impressed with that. So whoever is publishing this song, please sell sheet music.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We're going to request it. I'm going to do like a social media shout out and be like,
It's such a beautiful piece, and like that'd make a really good performance repertoire if you could reach those notes. Like that'd be like a killer piece for you if you're like auditioning for musicals and stuff.
Yeah, totally.
So yeah, And then we got a really strong message that girls are told what to do, but all the rules are made for you to lose. So you should stand up, speak out despite this, and be proud of who you are and what you have to bring to the table. Break their rules, and what do you have to lose otherwise? You're already losing. So I thought that was a really cool message to have. And so because I could hear the message, the vocals and the main piece of listening to what's happening, I had this image in my mind of a scene of like a mother giving advice to a child. It could be a baby, it could be a young girl, I don't know, like the age isn't too important as long as they are like still, you know, growing, I guess. And wanting to give life advice on what she's going to face as she gets older, like all the obstacles and the pushback she's going to face as she grows up. And so I had that in my head coming into the video. And the video sort of starts there. You have the singer, I'm assuming the main singer is the blonde chick, starting off, and then you've got this image of like a toddler girl, but then there seem to be multiple characters that come in as well, and that's where I think it fell down a bit, because you can sort of see this girl growing up a little bit, but then there's all these other ladies present as well, and like I think it was really nice to have that mix of representation, but it fell down in the sense that they were all lip syncing and they weren't offering advice to anyone like the first character present in this music video was. And so if you wanted to pull this off, like cut lip syncing altogether if you're not the singer. It's really obvious when you're not the singer. The way that your mouth moves changes because you've got the accents and singing again. And so you can tell when one person seems more realistic lip syncing than the other. So cut all the lip syncing if you're not the singer, and have these scenes of like motherly figures with children, like ideally their children in this narrative anyway, to give this advice, to have this to pass on. And it doesn't, like, your culture isn't important. Having multiple cultures is great, but you need to be sticking with the narrative. And I think they kind of lost that by trying to have that mixed representation in the video. So the video did kind of disappoint me a bit. But at the same time, it sort of started with what I had in my head as well. So pros and cons.
Do you think that they did that to try to get people to relate from all walks, maybe? Or
maybe.
From multiple walks anyway.
But it kind of, like, it comes back to the song with all the light, where all the chicks were lip syncing to the guy. What country was that again? Wake Up, Belgium.
That's right, Belgium.
Yeah, so like it kind of gives me that vibe. Maybe not as intensely because it is a female singer, but it was a bit jarring again. And like, if you want to have that representation, you want multiple people to understand and relate, that's cool. But there are other ways to do it.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see how they stage it too, because if you've got multiple people just standing and singing in a camera, that's not much of a narrative on stage. Be interesting to see if they get like a child actress on stage, maybe have that sort of thing going. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. I really liked it.
Do you like that it's kind of like you said, it grows and grows, but really instrumentally I feel like it's remained stripped back the whole time. Did you like that?
I mean, I think it kind of goes back to the traditional elements of the ballad. Like, the ballad is the focus of the voice. Like, you're focusing on the voice, you're not really focusing on the instruments. And to have that stripped back worked really nicely. And don't get me wrong, the piano is complex but it's
totally
pulled back. It's really complex without distracting from the main theme of this song, which is the vocal line, the melody. And so I quite enjoyed that as well, yeah.
Do you think the melody is kind of like, what do you think of the melody? Do you think it's sophisticated melody, or do you think it's like a simple melody? Just thinking from your perspective, what you think?
I feel like you got to script me questions so I can answer them.
I know, it's terrible, isn't it?
It's all right.
What I'm trying to say is, like, I don't know, some melodies are like just super hooky. Do you think this is just super hooky, or do you think it's sophisticated? What's your take on it?
Well, let me have a quick listen, and I'll get back to you. That's the only reason, like, I'm like...
There's so many songs, I can understand. You're usually like, ugh. By the end, though, I feel like we'll know all the songs really well.
Well, see, this was one which has actually been stopping me from falling asleep because it's been in my head. It's kind of annoying. So, like, I wouldn't say it's hooky per se, but it sticks in your head.
Yeah.
And, like, maybe it's because of the emotion behind the voice. Like, it's really powerful as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, it's totally, for me also, it's the combo of the piano. That piano, like, love. I want to play like that without, like, sheet music. I wish I could have figured it all out. Like, I struggled with the chords for this one. I'm like, is it that chord? I don't know anymore.
Excellent. All right. Well, we'll leave.
Listen to this all day.
So good. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Elysse.
No worries.
I'm here with Stuart Wilders from ESC Fan TV. Make sure you go check that out. They just spoke about North Macedonia in their video. And in this video, we're talking about North Macedonia, Proud by Tamara. Proud. What did you think, Stuart?
She reminds me of Barbra Streisand in her vocal. It just takes me back to the song Tell Me between Barbra Streisand and Celine Dion. I think this is lovely. I really do. I think it's North Macedonia's best ever entry. And I think back to their debut in 1998, they've had some really interesting entries over the years. Last year with IQ, they sadly didn't make it, although IQ were a bit of a fan favorite by the time sort of Lisbon was done. This, I don't think she's going to do the tours. I think she's going to go straight to Eurovision with this. She's a mum. She's singing for her kids. So something really kind of beautiful about this song, which really hits your heartstrings. And she's a phenomenal singer. She's one of North Macedonia's best artists. She sells albums everywhere in Macedonia in big numbers. And I think this might be a qualifier for Macedonia. They might finally make it through to the final after so many years missing out.
Yeah. What do you think of the song is kind of stripped back throughout the whole song.
Yeah.
Do you think that works in the song's favor?
I don't think it needs a lot of choreography or any kind of choreography for that matter. I think they're just kind of a bit like Michael Schulte last year. I think if she stands still in front of some kind of LED backdrop, I think that will do the trick for her. It's a beautiful song, and she doesn't need any kind of real thought into stage performance. It just needs her belting it out and everyone to listen, and that will do it for Macedonia.
Yeah, you'll see in my solo review I was talking about, and people on your show were talking about how it relies on good staging. And the funny thing is with Macedonia is that they have a reputation of kind of making the staging make a song bad sometimes. So I think this song could work with very bad staging. And
one qualification in 10 years, Mitchell. That is appalling for a country like North Macedonia, and this has every potential to be their second qualification in a 10-year period. And when they do qualify, they do okay. They finished 12th in 2012, their last time of qualifying. If this qualifies, and I'm expecting it to, I could see this top 12, top 15, maybe even top 10. You know.
Do you think there'll be a big swing between the jury and the televote with this one?
This very very jury friendly. Yeah, televote I always struggle with a little bit because I think these types of songs, they have to be right in the running order. But I think the jury will like this. I think the jury will really appreciate the composition of this entry. So I think it'd do really well. I think it'd be top 10 with the juries, and certainly a qualifier amongst the juries in the semi-final.
The interesting thing I think is that the jury actually have a bit of a advantage in that they can rank the countries, whereas televote you just have to pick your favorite. And I think this may not be people's favorite; it may be people's fifth favorite, sixth favorite. So yeah, so I think I agree with that. It'll be a jury favorite. All right, excellent. Well, thanks very much, Stuart. And we'll move on to North Macedonia.
North Macedonia.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, sure. 1, 2, 3, go. All right, cool. Very feminism. Yeah, it looks like it's part of a promotional campaign of a cosmetic brand or something. Yes, it looks like an advertisement as well. Yeah, the message I think is very clear. Fighting for women. I think it's gonna get a lot of support. The feminists out there. But I don't think she has to be a little bit harsh like that. Like tell them I'm proud. You don't have to be cry or something like that. It makes you like a bit weak, I think, because women are tough and strong. It's just like tell them I'm proud. I love the way they smile and they the way they put in they portray peoples with different shapes and sizes, different colors, and yeah, it looks nice and it makes me feel warm. And yeah, I think that's what I can say about it. It's very straightforward, this song.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think about the actual way it's sung, the melody? Did you like that?
Yeah, quite nice. How to say? Yeah, easy to listen to. Not too catchy, but it's smooth. Yeah, she performed it very smoothly.
Okay. Do you see this doing really well at Eurovision, or maybe not making the final? What do you think?
Because I don't think it's too special. It does not really stand out. So I don't know how it's gonna perform, but I think with this support from the feminists, man, that could be huge. So who knows?
Yeah, we'll have to see how it is,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
see what you think. If your mind's the same after the live performance, like anything,
sure.
you may like some songs, you may love some songs, and you watch it live and you're like, "What?"
Yeah, exactly, man.
And then the exact opposite as well. So
yeah, did you switch people? Did you switch a singer?
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Thanks so much, Lam.
Yep,
Thank all the jury members, and remember to subscribe to see more review videos. Until next time, bonsoir Europe, and goodbye.
Bye.
Who will make the cut? Who will win our hearts? MJT.